Now I wish to start with short theory questions on partnership dissolution. These questions are in section B. Observe these questions. What is the other name of realization account? Now in Gujarati there are two names. One English name realization account. Gujarati name is Mal Milkat Nikal Khata. There is another name in Gujarati is known as Sampadhan Khata. There is no equivalent English for Sampadhan Khata. But this being a question relevant to Gujarati medium students, it's difficult to have an equivalent English term for Sampadhan Khata. But here we write disposal of assets and liabilities account. Disposal of assets and liabilities account, Sampadhan Khatu, is the another name of dissolution, is the another name of realization account that we prepare at the time of dissolution of a partnership firm. Next. What do you understand by dissolution of a partnership firm? Now see. Just take it. When a partnership firm and the related business operational activities are closed permanently, that is when partnership loses its legal existence forever, this is known as dissolution of a partnership firm. Two things are mentioned. Operational activities are closed. One, the existence brought to an end forever. These are the two basic implications of a dissolution of a firm. Or in another language, if I want to say, if the relations between partners, between all the partners as partners comes to an end, is known as dissolution of a partnership firm. Is known as dissolution of a firm, dissolution of a partnership. So when the relations of all partners as partners comes to an end, it is known as dissolution of a partnership. And the business is also discontinued. It is known as dissolution of a partnership firm. Next. What are the responsibilities of a partner in dissolution of a partnership firm? See, partners have an unlimited liability, and therefore each partner is individually and all partners are collectively responsible for the liabilities of the firm towards the third party. So at the time of dissolution of a partnership firm, partners have an unlimited liability. Means partners are severally and jointly liable to pay the liabilities of the firm or to pay the claims against the firm. Which claims? Claims of outsiders. Next. Where will investment fluctuation fund in balance sheet will be shown at the time of dissolution. Now, investment fluctuation fund is a reserve against asset. All assets are debited at book value to the debit side of realization account, and all reserves against asset are credited to realization account. Just like bad debt reserve, investment fluctuation fund, etc. Investment fluctuation fund is transferred or shown at the credit side of realization account. Next, at the time of dissolution, bad debts which were written off are now recovered. What will be its effect? Bad debt recovered at the time of dissolution. Bad debt recovered is an income. Incomes are credited to realization account. So what is the effect of bad debt recovered? It is credited to realization account. Observe it. Bad debts recovered gets credited to realization account at the time of dissolution being income. Next, name the two methods of dissolution of a partnership firm. Now, partnership firm can be dissolved either by the order of the court or otherwise than that. A simple dissolution or a dissolution without interference means order of court, that is one way, and second, dissolution under the order of court. So these are the two modes for dissolution, two methods for dissolution of a partnership firm. Next, at the time of dissolution, at the end of dissolution, not at the time of dissolution, at the end of dissolution, what is the balance of cash account? Now, the balance of cash account is 0 at the end of dissolution. See, partnership firm is dissolved, relationship of all partners as partners brought to an end. Business is discontinued, assets are realized, liabilities are settled, partners' capital is redeemed. How can there be any cash balance? So cash balance gets 0. Or at the end of dissolution, cash balance is applied to redeem the partner's capital. By that, balance in cash account gets 0, or otherwise you can say that total of receipts are equal to total of payments. In the second method of preparing realization account, the amount of realization of asset is written in which account? Now in the second method of preparing realization account, how to write the realized value of asset? That's the question. Now see, the realized value of asset is not credited to realization account, but it is credited to respective asset account. Why it is so? Because the book value of asset is also not transferred to realization account. Book value of the asset is also not transferred to realization account. That's why in the second method, the realized value of asset is not credited to realization account, but it is credited to asset account. The profit or loss on realization of asset, net amount, profit or loss, whatever it may be, is transferred to realization account under the second method. Observe the answer. In the second method of preparing realization account, the amount of realization of asset is credited to respective asset account, as the book value of asset has not been transferred to realization account. Next, on what side of realization account? The unrecorded expenditure given in adjustments are recorded. Now, unrecorded expenditure, you have to record it. This being a loss. Losses are debited to realization account. So, unrecorded expenditure given in adjustments are recorded to the debit side of realization account. Realization account is debited for such unrecorded expenses. On which side of realization account the amount of joint life policy and the surrender value of joint life policy is written? Now see, joint life policy is an asset, joint life policy is an asset. All assets are transferred or debited to realization account. Surrender value is the realized value of this asset, and the value realized for the assets are credited to realization account. Notice the answer. Amount of joint life insurance policy is transferred to the debit side, and the surrender value is transferred to the credit side of realization account. So joint life policy being asset account debited to realization account, and the surrender value is a realized value of the asset, and the realized value of assets are credited to realization account. And this is what I have written in the answer. Next. Name two circumstances under which compulsory dissolution of firm takes place by the act. Read the answer. Two circumstances under which compulsory dissolution of the firm takes place by the act. When all partners of the firm or all partners except one partner are declared insolvent. See, suppose that there are three partners, all the three are declared insolvent, firm is compulsorily dissolved. Out of three partners, two are insolvent, only one is left, and there cannot be a partnership with one alone partner. So partnership firm is automatically dissolved. When the business of the firm has become illegal, it is the second reason wherein partnership firm is compulsorily dissolved. On occurrence of which specific event, the firm automatically gets dissolved. Now observe the answer. As and when any firm is formed with a specific period, the partnership is for 10 years, and that is what is recorded in the agreement. Partnership is dissolved at the end of 10th year. Or for some specific purpose, suppose that the partnership firm was entered into to construct the bridge. Moment the bridge is constructed, revenue is realized, profit is distributed, partnership firm is dissolved. Because the specific object, the purpose for which the partnership firm was formed, the purpose is over, firm gets dissolved. On completion of the specific time period or the specific object, the firm automatically gets dissolved. Next. What kind of responsibility would arise of an acting partner who declares to retire without giving public notice? This is a question from the chapter of retirement, but it has been given in this 7th chapter, so we consider it. An active partner retiring without giving public notice is held responsible to the third party for the acts of the firm after his retirement. So retiring partner has to give a public notice. What that public notice is about? He give a notice to the public that I have retired from the firm. So from today onwards, henceforth, from the date of retirement onwards, I am not the partner in the firm, so don't deal with the firm at my auspices or at my instance. That is the suggestion of the notice. If such notice is not given, then the retiring partner is liable for the acts of the firm after his retirement, because people dealing with the firm are not informed about his retirement. So retiring partner is made liable for the acts of the firm after his retirement if public notice thereof is not given. Next. How would you deal with the loss of realization account when the capital is sufficient? The loss of realization account is transferred, debited to the partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio, distributed in the profit sharing ratio and debited to partner's capital account. Next. In which type of partnership the partnership firm is dissolved by a notice? If the partnership is at will, means voluntary. The partnership firm is dissolved by a notice of a partner to other partners about his intention to dissolve the firm. So, a partnership firm can be dissolved by giving a notice if the partnership is at will. If the partnership is for a specified period, then that partnership cannot be considered as a partnership at will. Next. What do you understand by voluntary dissolution? Voluntary dissolution implies that partnership can be dissolved with consent of all partners at any point of time. So, by unanimous consent of all partners, partnership could be dissolved. That implies voluntary dissolution. What do you mean by dissolution under agreement? Dissolution under agreement implies dissolution on the basis of pre-decided condition of the agreement. As I told to you, pre-decided condition of the agreement, the partnership is with an object to construct the bridge. Moment the bridge gets constructed, the profits and losses are distributed for that object, firm is dissolved. Our partnership is for a specific time. The partnership is dissolved on conclusion of that time. Explain the order in which the amount realized from dissolution of a firm is distributed. The question should be, mention the order in which the realized value of assets are distributed. First of all, you have to pay dissolution expenses, then you have to pay the outside liabilities, then you have to pay partner's loan, and you have to redeem partner's capital, ultimately from the funds available. Observe it. The order of payment is as follows. First, pay dissolution expenses. Next, pay liabilities towards the third parties. Then pay loan taken by the firm from a partner. Then redeem partner's capital. This is the sequence in which payment has to be made. Next. At the time of dissolution, after paying capital of partners, if any surplus is left on hand, what effect will be given? Surplus will be distributed amongst partners in the ratio of their profit sharing. Observe it. After paying capital of partner, surplus left will be distributed to all partners in their profit and loss ratio. Next. If a loan is given to a firm by the wife of any partner from the woman personal wealth. Now, woman personal wealth is known as Stridhana. The word Stridhana has been defined under Hindu law. Now that Stridhana is the amount received by a woman at the time of her marriage, which is also known as amount received in Kanyadana, is known as Stridhana. And if a loan is given by a wife from such Stridhana, that is woman's personal wealth, if the loan is given from this wealth, the partnership firm is liable to pay such liability at par with third party outsider's liability. So, observe the answer. loan to the firm by a wife of any partner from the woman's personal wealth means Tridhanam, then it will be paid at par with third party liability. So it will be considered as amount payable to the outsiders. So its priority for payment is just next after dissolution expenses. I have tried to explain you the short questions on partnership dissolution. I think you have followed these things. Thanks to all of you.